Going too far as well, but they can get clear now. Dumped after a kick that I thought there by Wood, resulting free kick down the ground. And Shaw's come off second best there too. Right direction. That is Chamberlain. We're number 18, Jason Ballseye jumper.
Just to quickly add, it was Jaden Wood that came from the ground from Belgrave. He's still punching over in some sort of way. He's having a sip of water as we speak, but he came off second best there.
Chamberlain. About 25 out, probably going to kick it from about 30. Good spot to kick from because it always drifts a little bit to the right hand side there and it goes straight over the goal umpire's head. And a lovely goal there and off to a good start. And Heath Chamberlain, two of the kids have both kicked the first two goals here, boys. 2-1, 13. Yarra, Belgrave yet to score. We've been going 9.5 minutes. What's going to happen here, Aidan?
Look, as I said, another thing as well with Yarra Glen, they're a very good pressure team, and we've seen that so far. Belgrave trying to get the ball out of the defensive 50 just then, but Yarra Glen doing a very good job blocking the ball in, so Belgrave just got to find something here at the moment there.
Ball back in the middle.
As Leo just takes a sip out of his solo, I'll get proceedings underway here for the second quarter as the umpire throws the ball in the air. Ruck tap won that time by Peterson, who's had the early superiority in the ruck, taken way too high there. That time was Horsley, and he'll get a free kick and will load the River Pigs inside 50 early on this quarter. He thumps the left boot straight into the footy. A couple of players play from the front. You can't pay
he's
that.
talked the umpire into that.
Came off the Belgrave set of hands, and the mark has been taken by, I'm going to make a really poor choke here, and Ray Chamberlain.
Oh, not right. That's a good one. I like it. Oh, he's conned the umpire into that.
He's got the same jumper number as the great man, and the same last name as the great man.
Ominous, ominous.
So Chamberlain's on his approach. He'll kick from the rainbow paint, you would think, for his second goal of the afternoon, the first for Yarra Glen of the quarter, and you wouldn't believe it, he's kicked it straight through the middle.
There you go. It's, well, you know, he hasn't got the whistle in his mouth, so good luck to him. First goal, second quarter goes away to the Pigs. They go to 3-6-24. They lead Belgrave 3 straight 18, and we've only taken a minute in that quarter, but definitely had second grab of that, but played it well, I thought.
Did.
Got away with it, and if you get away with it, so be it. Wow. Wouldn't be happy about that. I would have got a 25-metre penalty as well for that.
You probably would have got double. Knowing you went off
We
last
only had
week.
15 in my day, so it was all right.
Oh,
Back up in the air she goes.
Would have been 30.
Would have been there. You know, Speedy got the tap out once more. Goes back into the forward line here for Yarra Glen. Going to the River End, or the Jim Brook end. Nice little handball. Chamberlain off to a teammate. Bang! Straight through the middle by Whelan. And that really has wrecked the first quarter for Belgrave. Hadn't had 2 goals in the first couple of minutes away of the Pigs. A bit scared of that happening actually, because they had a lot of the play in that first quarter. 4-6-30, leading Belgrave 3 straight 18, and like I say, 2 minutes not even gone, and they've got 2 goals on the board, Aidan.
Yeah, that's it. A little bit of a jump there from Yarra Glen, but look, I think if Belgrave can stick in there for the moment and they can keep playing that outside game and not let Yarra Glen get out of the centre, they're every chance.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. We go back with the Eggman in the middle.
Thankfully, ball back in the air. Jumped a little bit too early there that time. Did Peterson to Yarra Glen, although they won't get the centre clearance too quickly, although I've spoken too soon, they will now. Here's Horsley once again. That's his second centre clearance of the quarter, and his kick is pinpoint.
Pinpoint.
And the mark has been taken by Ray again.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going right, and he's been a very, very big thorn in the side. I'm not sure they've got anyone the size to match up with him, and when he goes into the ruck, they go and whack Peterson down there, so they've got a couple of twin towers up there, Yarra Glen at the moment, and it makes it very difficult here for Belgrave. So similar spot.
Sorry, Leo.
No, you're right. I don't mind interrupting while you're talking.
Oh, I did it enough last week, I think. That last 15 minutes. Chamberlain on his approach will kick from the paint again. The kick is on the way, and it's just to the left. Oh, hang on, I think it might have carried the pack. It has. Has it? Yes.
Oh, it just got over the top. No one seemed to go for it.
He's kicked 3 now, and that's 3 in 3 minutes of this quarter for Yarra Glen. They're now 5. Hang on. Gee, we've had a
5-6-36.
had a head blank there. 5-6-36 to 3 straight 18. 3.5 gone second quarter.
Oh, this could end up being horrible if they keep getting away with that. That just sort of drifted over the top and didn't seem to go through too high. And Belgrave really...
Interesting, the goal line never moved though. He was
that's Peter Dixon. He's got a hammy. So up there she goes once again. Both ruckmen just knocked that down to the ground. Peterson couldn't get it off the ground. Also spilling the ball there, but it's been cleared quickly by Horsley of Yarra Glen. Into the middle of the ground they go. Good tackle laid, and poor old squashed in the middle there. That could be Jaden Wood, is it, down there? No, it's not. It's his teammate there in Johns. Up she goes once this time. Peterson taps it out in the open spaces, and Yarra Glen are after it once again. Belgrave pick it up. Little handball came out of the back by Skipper and O'Brien. Great tackle laid over there by Sammy Wood. And Belgrave just ruined the opportunity to get the ball clear. Kick far forward flank and a good lead. And,
is that Ray again?
Yeah, 5 metres in front of Raymakers. It was a good kick and good delivery. And we're going to call him Ray Chamberlain, aren't we?
Yep.
He's not going to live that down. I'll call him the correct name, Heath. And wide angle this time.
Saw Sterling kick one from this pocket though.
Yeah, it was pretty straight kick. The goals do open a little bit there. There's no bruise to speak of. So Chamberlain, he's kicked 2 already in the first couple of minutes. He's got through for the afternoon, coming in for goal number 4. Oh, it's a bit of a wobbly helicopter. That certainly won't make the grade. It's gone on the ground now. Almost marks taken, but there's too many players. And out they go, Belgrave. This is Chimington with it. Goes long to the outer side of the ground. And there's no one there for Belgrave. Over the head it went there of McCullough. Couldn't hang on to that. Goes back and gets it himself on the left leg. Straight back from whence it came. Over the back of the pack. Oh, he had to sit there. Did Hamilton to Belgrave. Could have taken Specky mark of the day, but couldn't hang on to it. Opportunity's gone there. It was fumbled at the last minute by Lockie Telford. Never does that too often. He's picked it up now, has he? No, he hasn't. It's gone out of bounds for a throw in. Just dribbled in the way there of James Whelan. You don't see Lockie Telford's fumbled too often. And just maybe got a little bit too excited. So throw in taking place. Forward pocket at the river end. Jimbrook into the ground here at Yarra Glen. Over the back they go, taking it out of ruck. Peterson, little handball in the fresh air. Sure, that's a throw umpire. He said no. Raymakers goes after it, loses it for his teammate there in Johns. Goes wide to the outer side of the ground, and the mark's been taken.
Yes.
It has indeed. So Belgrave now just goes long down the centre wing. Over the back of the pack it goes. Nobody can take the mark. Belgrave, can they get out? They can't. Yarra Glen too many numbers, and they can go straight back into the centre of the ground. And the mark should be taken, and it is, and it's been taken by the skipper in Wiles.
Wiles gives it off to a teammate in Smith. Smith goes for a run straight down the eye. Diddle kicks inside forward 50.
Oh,
Who's
no.
out the back? Oh, is it Ray
opportunity.
out the back?
Oh, he
gives
threw
off
it.
He did throw it.
Throw it. Oh, he's got a free kick, has he?
Oh, he has. Has he?
He's sitting there in a high tackle here, umpire
Where's
Carroll.
The umpire. It is. Yeah, it's a free kick going to the way
Chamberlain, I reckon.
of Yarra Glen and to Heath Chamberlain.
So did throw the ball, probably got a bit of a high tackle as well. And the ball landed at his feet. I think he got a bit of a shock that was just laying there, and then just scooped it up and got tackled high. So what, 10 metres out, Liam?
15 maybe.
15. Oh, it's a shocking
Oh,
kick.
he's hit the post.
He's hit the post. That, oh. See, they think they're that close. They're just got to pop it up there, Aiden. Instead of just making a normal kick, someone will go and get the footy. I'll just pop it up and straight into the goalpost that went for a behind. Although led off there. Belgrave now. Can they go? They can't. It's been spilled over there. That looks like Anderson out there, but the umpire just lets them go. Hang on. There's a hand, which means it could be a bit of umpire disrespect and a free kick against. I reckon that's gone against Flakemore.
I reckon that's the first time we've actually seen it paid in all of our stream games so far this year.
And the free kick went to Belgrave. The pass was eventually marked over there. It looks like it's Pemberton.
Correct. So
Let's
Pemberton
get this cotton wool out again.
plays on as Leo takes a sip out of his solo. Pemberton's kick was all right, got to about 55 out from home, but it was cut off there that time by Yarra Glen in D'Argent, who's gone down back.
Oh,
Now they've brought the ball back inboard. Here is James Wheel, and he gives it off to a teammate. Thumping ball inside forward 50. There's no one home. And it's
hit the
hit
post.
the woodwork.
Oh, Flakemore.
Thank you very much. Blakemore kicked the behind, and now they go to 5-8-38. Belgrave 3 straight 18, 7.5, nearly 8 gone, I should say, in the second quarter. They bring it back in. Johns fumbled it. He kicked it to the outer side where Hamilton was waiting for it. Pemberton got it. He gave it back to Hamilton, who handballed to O'Brien, and then O'Brien gave it to Speedy, and now they're out. Oh, that's Speedy now, actually.
He's Speedy.
Speedy with the footy. Gave the footy back to the outer side where his teammate was waiting for it once again. There's their first inside 50 for the quarter, and it's been cut off by Jaden Shiel.
He's been a right back there, hasn't he, Shill?
Yeah, he's been good.
Just solid, just waits and lets his opponent run away and says, I'll just hover around here at centre half back, go straight up the middle of the ground, and there's too many loose players, so there's a bit of opening up of the play already. It's only in the second quarter they can switch play, they do. Ryan Smith with it now, the man of the dreads, goes straight down the middle of the ground. Unfortunately, there's no one there for Yarra Glen. It looks like Johns has got it, comes back to the member side of the ground. This is good, and the mark's been taken over here by Batali. What's he going to do with it? Swings back, just puts it straight up in the air. Very opportunistic here for the defenders. Nobody can mark that. Trying to pick the football up there was Smith of Yarra Glen. He couldn't do that. Good tackle laid there also by Anderson of Belgrave. The play just goes on. Smith's got it once more. Come off the side of the boot. There's a whistle on play.
Free kick to
Is it going to go down the ground? Andrew Hankinson says, and abuse, and this time they came out of the gobs there of Mitchie Anderson. You reckon they'd learn, wouldn't you?
You would think so.
And Andrew Hankinson says, I
fair
can keep
25.
running. That's a decent 25. And the mark's been probably about 35, I think, but that's fair enough. The free kick here going the way of Billy Gardner. Goes up the middle of the ground. Over the back they go. Too many players around the footy. They just slap at it like a game of volleyball. Nobody can grab it. Well, that's incorrect disposal. Surely.
for number 8.
Yeah, we haven't got that either, so we've got to find out who that is. Ooh, take it over.
I will take it over, Leo, as your phone just starts ringing. The ball down to the outer side in front of our broadcast position was okay. Picking up the football was Wood. Wood's handball put his teammate under a little bit of pressure, but he did well there, did Mitchie Anderson. Tumbles the ball to the forward 50 area where they've got to be careful here. They've got a chance. Carlisle put one on the boot through from behind. 3-1-19 Belgrave, 5-8-38 Yarra Glen, 10 and a bit minutes gone, second quarter. Shield plays on out of full back, kicks no good, and it's been cut off and the mark by Anderson. Anderson brings it back inboard and put his teammate under a little bit of pressure. It got to him on the full, but he couldn't mark it. Shield gets it, gives it off to a teammate in the back pocket.
It's another whistle, it's out of bounds.
It's gone out of bounds for a throw in.
A bit of a trick over there, boys, because it's the boundary line's a long way in from the fence, and I still remember this day when I was playing here the very first time and took a mark out there and wondering why the boundary umpire was blowing his whistles. The fact that I was 3 metres outside the side of the boundary line, I didn't know.
You've got to have your spatial awareness better than that.
Oh, well, the old lines are a bit, the ground wasn't as good a nick as what it is today.
It's probably just mud.
You're looking at the fence, which was 25 metres that way, and you're in no man's land. Anyway, throw in. Belgrave opportunity, lovely ruck tap, goes down towards goal, and I've just got to pick that player up. That's a terrific bit of play.
Sort of blinked and we missed it.
Well, I think it was, I'm sure it was, I think it was John's, it was either that or Mark's. We'll find out in a minute, but it's the first goal this quarter to the Magpies there of Belgrave. They always walk towards you, don't they?
He's gone to the middle, that's definitely John's.
No, it's at the 50 metre mark.
Oh, he's at the 50 metre mark. Oh, apologies. Yeah. Well, you keep an eye on it, Leo.
Oh,
I'll call the play.
You can do that.
Ball back in the middle. Thrown up in the air. Favoured Benevolent that time. Yarra Glen.
We're next week.
DeArgent got the tap down and they're going to get the centre clearance this time. Here's Smith. Smith's handball put Gurney under a little bit of pressure, but he eventually got around one and got around two and handballed over to Billy Gardner. Gardner handballed to Binion. Binion handballed back inboard. There they handball again. They're over handballing. There's probably an argument for in the back there. Now Belgrave can go through Harmon on the back flank. His kick was good and found a teammate there. And you're pointing at him, Leo. Did he kick the goal? Did he?
He did. That's Mark Francis.
Thank you very much, sir. You can take over the call.
And he's kicked it out of bounds on the full. Was it touched over the boundary line? It was touched before it went over the boundary line in front of the scoreboard, which reads Belgrave 4-1-25, trailing Yarra Glen 5-8-38. We've been going 12 and a bit minutes so far in the second quarter.
Scores are level down at GMHBA Stadium in Geelong at half time. Geelong 5-1, Fremantle 4-7, Crows down by 34.
Thank you very much, Liam. Geelong off to a good start, must have stopped. Never mind, they get out here. Two players for Yarra Glen fight for the ball. Smith gets it now, it was close to the boundary line, but the mark's been taken by Binion. Wants to go back into the centre of the ground, does that. There's a lot of players there, such a risk to do that. Two Belgrave players just crash into each other. Jamie Robertson and his teammate, they'll both come off with a couple of corkies, I would think, after that. So centre wing, it's going to be a ball up. And by Eglinton with it. 50 metre apart, he says. All up in the ruck on his own with speed. He just tapped it down to the ground. Falling over his own feet was Gurney. Hopefully he's all right there. Picked up and kicked around the corner. And that was by Wood of Belgrave. Opportunity now, but they kick it off the ground towards the boundary line to Belgrave. Jimmy Marks is shepherding off for a teammate in Binion. Good shepherd there too. Oh, his kick's been smothered. Binion's been picked up and a shot on goal from a fair way out there by Bennett.
No.
Of Belgrave, no one there at all. Just bounces across there. Tapped out in the open by Wiles, the skipper of Yarra Glen, and it's gone out of bounds. And, I thought they were going to signal a bit deliberately there. But it's going to be
too excited.
Throw in.
Could have had a couple of those last week.
Could have. Well, I'm glad I don't play too often though, Liam and Aiden out in the local footy. You'd hate to be a defender in the AFL now, you can't do anything.
You get a riot majority of the times when it's paid locally.
You probably do too. Looked like Gurney's recovered there on the left foot, cleans up the mess that he has. Yarra Glen has done that. Well, they just kick it straight back into the open spaces. There was Davis of Yarra Glen, actually gained a few metres there for Belgrave, and there's a whistle on play. And is it going to be a ball up or a free kick? Looks as though it's going to be a free kick, and that's that man up there in Sterling. He's already kicked one goal, Cal Sterling, and he's within kicking distance here, and that's a good little spot there, about 35 metres out, kicking up there to the racecourse end. And it would be a very handy goal here to Belgrave after the very quick start in this quarter by Yarra Glen. They kicked the first 3 goals pretty jolly quick, within about 3 minutes. Belgrave, they just take a little while to get motoring, I think. So coming in from about 35 metres out. And this is Cal Sterling comes off the boot looking pretty good, but it's missed to the right-hand side. Unfortunately for him in Belgrave, and he goes through 4A behind. 4-2-26 now are Belgrave, still trailing Yarra Glen's 5-8-38. And going now 15 minutes, quarter number 2.
Pretty good, solid contest by both teams. In the mid stages of the second quarter, Shield plays on out of full back. It was a bullet pass for his teammate. Binion was put under pressure pretty much immediately. Handball inboard's okay. Jaden Wood went for a little bit of a run, tucked the ball under his arms, kicks it to about 15 out. Fumble through the hands of a teammate. They're throwing their bodies in there. Bennett went in for Belgrave. The ball comes out the back. Who's going to get there first? Can the boundary line... Oh, hang on. We've got a free kick for a throw.
By Eagles in the scene, a throw.
And the free kick is going to go the way of Belgrave. Now, later we could lose the football here. It could be booted on to about the 800-metre mark of the racetrack, and the free kick's taken by Carlisle, who's kicked his second of the afternoon, and Belgrave's fifth day. They're now 5-2-32, and Yarra Glen are 5-8-38. We've gone 15.5, nearly 16 by the time the ball gets back to the middle in the second quarter, as some clouds just start to come over the ground a little bit.
Oh, I think it should be okay, shouldn't it? The Weather Bureau just think there's a bit of light puffy clouds. It shouldn't be too bad. Actually, it's a perfect day for footy, really. There's no bruises, there's no excuses for either side. You can score both ends of the ground. It's just got to make use of the footy. And picked up for a throw there, unfortunately, but it keeps the game nice and tight. It's what we'd like to see.
A bit like the first quarter again here, boys. Yarra Glen with the early dominance, but Belgrave just been able to neutralise it a bit in the last couple of minutes and got a few goals of their own.
They certainly have. No one got that tap down. The ball went up. The ball went down, just landed straight in the middle of the ground. It was trying to be picked up. There was the skipper Wiles of Yarra Glen, and he's going to be gone. Little umpire Carroll likes playing this, and he's done it a few times. And the free kick they're going to go the way of Belgrave.
Pemberton.
Pemberton's got it now. He wants to go down the middle of the ground. Umpire says you can play on. The kick there comes off the boot a little bit wobbly, but it's good enough to be marked over here by Sterling. What can he do with it this time? Good looking kick off the boot, but there's no one there. Jimmy Marks just took it and ran with it straight at the middle of the ground. Got great skills, this man Marks. Give it to a teammate right in the centre of the ground. You want to move it quickly. They do so now. This is through the agency of Flakemore. Goes to the top of the 50. Nobody can pick it up, but reading it back well was Whelan. Onto the left foot, goes not far enough, and the mark's been taken in defence by Daniel Noy.
Noy has it in the right back pocket. His kick is cut off. It was no good. Whelan takes the mark again. He can make up for his last inside 50 entry. Kick's okay. Who's going to fly from the back?
Whistle.
We've got a push going the way of the Magpies of Belgrave, and that's Raymakers.
Yep.
Raymakers' short kick is good. It's found a teammate that time in Pemberton, I think it was.
That's O'Brien out there.
No, it was O'Brien.
Skipper.
My apologies.
Yeah.
But either way, his kick's no good. It's out in the full. And now Yarra Glen will reload once again. Whelan.
Been busy.
Marks. 3 disposals in the last 30 seconds. He needs to find a really open target. Chamberlain with the big man in Raymakers wearing him like an absolute glove. Chimerton gave the handball in back inboard for Belgrave. Pemberton picked it up and handballed it off to Hurst. Hurst put up a massive high up and under. 2 sets of fists, one from both sides, met it, and the ball's on very neutral territory here, although Shield kicks the ball back towards the 50 and it's been cut off by O'Brien. O'Brien plays on. Now they could be out on the outer side here, Belgrave, although there's just a mass of those red and rainbow jumpers there for Yarra Glen to mop up the mess. That was Shield once again. His handball inboard's okay. The bounce did a favour for Telford, and Telford's kick's no good, and it's been cut off by Wood. Wood plays on and gives it to Chiminton. He kicks inside 450, but once again it's the same case. Rainbow and red everywhere. If they can bring it to ground Belgrave, they might be half a shot here. Although the ball, it's not going to be the worst result for them, and they'll have a ball up inside their 450, 18.5 gone.
Well, it's opened up a little bit, hasn't it? An opportunity there, and they did well to get a 50-50 break up there. Belgrave, they were 2-1 against it, 30 metres out, but Yarra Glen go and try and get the clearance there, but they had a fresh air shot. Chasing for the football now. Can they pick it up? Oh, that could have been a bit of a high tackle. Umpire says no. I'm going to ball it up. That could be Jaden Wood at the bottom. There's rainbows from the front jumpers. They all look the same. So getting up very gingerly there. It was Jaden Wood. And umpire throws it up at the end of the square there. It's tapped out by Speedy once more. Belgrave having a good contest. Kicked in at that forward 50 by Belgrave. Binion died for the mark. Couldn't hang on to it. In fact, it was Wiles, the skipper, who missed it. It's now about 30 metres out. The umpire just, when they hesitate like that,
you get worried.
Oh, you do, don't you? And umpire Carroll hasn't been averse to paying an incorrect disposal or holding the ball. So it's about 10-15 metres out now from the Belgrave goal. right in front. Speedy taps it down. Marks is trying to get it out there for Yarra Glen. Got a little kick out there too to open it up, and they're off and running now. Here they go. A little low kick. Wouldn't be picked up there. Overrunning the football for Belgrave.
Head high.
That was Batelli. Liam says it's too high. We were on the other side, I suppose. Liam, umpire Eglinton couldn't see it. Giving a chop out there. And Finnegan getting up late, so it's a throw up. To Ruckman, Peterson and Speedy. Peterson for Yarra Glen. Gets a little backhand attack. Just lays it down for his teammates. Picking up and dodging around on the left foot was Horsley. Kicks it along the boundary line there and leading in the race for the football. Robertson at Belgrave picks it up. Oh, gets spun around and thrown out the way by Sammy Wood. Is that a dangerous tackle or is it going to be paid?
Paid on the ball.
Hold the ball. It's got to come back. So the free kick going to go to way Sam Wood. American play on. Kicks it in that forward pocket. Oh, Mark's been dropped. Probably should have been taken there by the Argent. Dropped it at inappropriate time. Picked up, handballed out very quickly by Hurst of Belgrave. Comes back out to the members' wing. Binion gets the ball knocked out of his hands. Peterson handballs it to no one in particular. It's been picked up by Belgrave once more. This is Bertelli with it. He's running the wrong way. Couldn't kick it. Going the wrong way. They dodge one way. Dodge the other. Fall on hands and knees. Making hard work of it. Belgrave. Wood with it once again. It's still at the top of the forward 50. Trying to bust their way through is Telford. Over Yarra Glen. Left it behind. Good little tackle out on his opponent. The umpire said no, it wasn't in the back, Liam. Play it on. Everybody's getting fatigued. Quick kick out of the pack there. Looked like Bennett of Belgrave, but a poor kick finds its way in the hands of McCulloch of Yarra Glen.
McCulloch brings the ball back in ball. That's danger. A dangerous kick, but Schill was underneath it, and he had a little bit of backup there in Gurney. And Gurney goes for a run right down the highway, and his kick is slammed forward inside 450. Ray, it went through his hands because he had Raymakers on his tail. Here is Telford. Telford snaps one around the body to the top of the square. And I thought it would have been escorted through for a goal, but it's gone through from behind. It's now 5-9-39 the way of Yarra Glen. Belgrave a 5-2-32. We've gone nearly 22 minutes. Aidan, it just looked like in that back passage of play there when Belgrave had somewhat control of the football there, that they just tried to do too much with the football.
I think they did. I think part of the problem, Liam, there just wasn't really any options further up the ground for them, and they were just trying to wait for a couple of players to get into those positions. And unfortunately for them, Yarra Glen came in, and as I say, they stick more tackles than any teams, Yarra Glen, and so they got themselves into a lot of danger by doing that.
Aidan Miller on the special comments doing a magnificent job here. Tap out one by Belgrave. Wood got the ball just away in the nick of time. A magnificent fist over the top there by Whelan. Raymakers, that wasn't Raymakers, sorry. It was Noy who sunk the boot into the outer side. But Marks is there, back in defence like there generally has been all day. The ball bounces on the cricket pitch. Got a little bit of extra bounce to it. Belgrave are there in a couple of numbers. Francis went backwards to go forwards. Can they go from here? I reckon they can. Here is Johns. Johns kick down the line's good and it finds Sterling. Sterling just waits for a couple to go back and now he'll load the ball inside 450. He turns one inside out. His kick to the pocket's no good. Is it out of bounds on the full? No, boundary umpire signals touched. We'll have a throw in. About 35, maybe 30 around from the Belgrave goal, kicking towards the racecourse end here.
Well, they did make a bit of a mess, did all the good things and just whacked it into the forward area and should have taken the risk, I think, and go down towards the middle a bit more, but throw in. Front of the scoreboard area too. Good throw in over the back of the back. They just tap it straight back down too. Little trip umpire says it's all right. Handball came out the outer side there by Ryan Smith. Umpire just lets him play on. A little tap out once more. They just can't get it out anywhere at the moment, can they? At the Belgrave trying to pick it up now. Going in bump first with Francis, and the umpire says I have to pull this up. And everyone's helping each other up already and running been going about 20 minutes in the second quarter. They're probably looking forward to half time. At the moment, there's a lot of players around this football. Umpire Eglinton throws it up once again. Over the back was the Argent for Yarra Glen, but didn't tap it anywhere in particular. Boot through the touch there off the boots of Pemberton. And it's gone through for another behind for Belgrave. 5-3-33 now. Belgrave just sneaking closer. It's 5-9-39 Yarra Glen. We've been going, 24 minutes now, quarter number 2.
She'll bring the ball out of full back. His kick is to the middle. It's a good one. I tell you what, cracking mark by Wood with.
Oh, that's a gutsy, mate.
With the absolute body of Noy slamming into him, and the umpire's going to pay him 25.
Yeah, I think it's fair enough.
I think Eglinton's paid that. So
no, it's not actually.
This
is it? Yes, it is.
Well, that's a big 25. That's where's it going to go?
Doesn't matter, he's opted to play on anyway. Kicks to the pocket. Ray Chamberlain's in front of it. He got a little handball away, a little bit of soccer stuff going on there. He tried to go a second time, Chamberlain. Boundary line a win before Sterling can get a kick away. Throw in front of his home team's, or his team's interchange bench, I should say. And we've nearly gone 25. It's a 6-point margin. 5-3 plays 5-9. And it's favouring the Yarra Glen territory of the ground.
Throw in now. Closing it on half-time. The Argent in the ruck, which you never used to see years ago. Handball just popped straight up in the air. Almost came back into the hands of Billy Gardner. He couldn't get hold of it, so the umpire lets him play on. Just a kick out of the pack. Diving for the football, getting it in the smush was Mark Francis of Belgrave. Spills out the Binion. Goes very, very short. Is it far enough? The umpire says yes, it is. Gurney takes the mark. He usually plays on straight. No, it wasn't Gurney. Playing on straight away was Horsley. Goes in at forward 50. No one there for Yarra Glen, kicking it off the ground and trying to his Peterson. Was it in danger? The umpire said no. Was that a high tackle? It is a high tackle. That's gone against Pemberton. Everyone's telling each other to be shushy, can't give away any more 50-metre penalties, and probably created that free kick by just going in head first there, Yarra Glen. I'm not quite sure, looks like Whelan with it. Had an opportunity here from about 20 metres out directly in front to kick another goal here, the River Pigs, and it is Whelan. And he was like a wrecking ball there, Liam, just going in head first and created that high contact. Sometimes they let that go, the umpires, but they've got to protect the head. And from directly in front, made no mistake, James Whelan kicking his second goal of the afternoon, and the sixth goes on the board here to the River Pigs as they go to 6-9, 45. The lead Belgrave 5-3 at 33. We've been going 26 minutes into the second quarter, Aidan.
Yeah, that's it. Probably when Belgrave didn't want it there, they've had a fair bit of the play this second half of the quarter. They'll be disappointed with that. But I think one more goal here left. They can be a goal down at half-time. They'll be pretty happy, Belgrave, and they'll have plenty to work with going into the second half.
Yeah, I think they certainly will, and we'll keep you up to scores. After that, all the scores probably after half-time. Well, I know Aidan's busily typing away, and he'll find a few. If there's any interesting games going on, Aidan, just give us a couple of the close ones if you do find them. But we're back in the centre of the ground here with umpire Carroll.
The Argent's still in the ruck here for Yarra Glen. I think both of the ruckmen got a fingernail on it. Smith unloads an inside-out barrel of sorts, and it's going to favour for him because stepping through two and getting a shot on goal there was Gardner that time, and it's through.
For the dribble fault.
Yeah, through from behind. Yeah, Jason Dunstall wouldn't like that. He's not a fan of the dribble kick. 6-10-46. 5-3-33. Belgrave 27 and a bit minutes gone here. Second quarter. I can taste that meat pie for lunch now. Ball back into play. Oh boy, dropping the mark. He probably should have taken his Finnegan. Finnegan got a handball away towards Batali. Batali's bender didn't do any favours absolutely at all for Noy. They're going to have a throw in. 27 and a half gone. 8 and you got scores.
Yeah, we got Mount Evelyn and Monbolk 1 point. Mount Evelyn 7-4-46.
Soccer.
6-11-47.
Ooh.
Very close there. Narry Warren 7-2-44. Wandon 3-5-23. And the Battle of the Tigers, Warri Alec and Upway Tacoma. Warri Alec 5-4-34. Upway 3-5-23.
Yeah, good game of footy. The throw-in's been taken place. There's another whistle on play. Second round umpire Carroll seen something. Tackle behind play, was it?
Dangerous tackle.
Dangerous tackle. Well, it's been given down the ground there, and it's going to go the way of Sammy Wood. So Sam Wood wants to go short. Just puts it a little bit high, really, for Mike Comfort. Nobody can grab hold of that. And a very good spoil on the football there by Finnegan of Belgrave, and knocks it out of bounds. We get another throw in. 28 gone. 46 the Pigs lead the Pies 33 at the moment. And again, a lot of footballs around the ball at the moment. Over the back, Peterson's got the sit, double handed tap out right in the open spaces. Nobody there for Yarra Glen. It's been picked up over there by Aaron Johns. The umpire lets it go, and it has been rushed through for a behind to Yarra Glen. And they'll just trickle ahead for 6-11-47. Leading Belgrave 5-3-33. Now 28, nearly 29 minutes gone. Second quarter. There's another whistle and play.
Ball back into play and it went out of bounds.
Okay, nothing happening in the AFL that's worth talking about, Aidan. No stress if you haven't got it.
We're going to have a quick look at the AFL, Leo.
Oh geez, Fremantle's hit the front.
Okay, we won't talk about it then. The Argent taps it out, doesn't he? Belgrave did quite well through Speedy as well. They come off to a good start. He had the head wobble going early, didn't he, Aidan? It certainly put that to shame pretty quickly to Freo Doggers.
Yeah, that's it. No, he's pretty chirpy early, Liam,
so
he's gone quiet all of a sudden.
They're very silent over there in the corner.
Quick look at the Division 1 scores, boys. Seville 9-5-59 at Gembrook Cockatoo 3-6-24.
Yeah, don't worry about that until the Gembrook hit the front.
And Emerald 7-5-47 to Berwick Springs 2-5-17. And we'll have a quick look at Division 2 as well, boys, while we're at it.
It's out of bounds on the
Broadford
other
got the
side.
lead at the moment, 8.654 to Warburton Belgrave 7.557. Yarra Junction 6.743 and Alexandra 10.464.
Okay, throw in outer side of the ground, closing in on half time. In fact, that's not a ship. Lockie for coming in, Lockie. And we'll catch up with you once again. Andrew Eglinton gets the game underway for the start of the second half here at the Piggery, where Yarra Glen 47 lead Belgrave 33. The ball up's taken place, but still in the centre circle. Just waiting for the ball to get cleared. It's finally been picked up there, and it's been, no, it hasn't been cleared. Now it's been cleared by Belgrave. They're kicking it at forward 50. Over the back it goes. Gurney tries to pick it up for Yarra Glen, gets bowled out of the way. Umpire calls them to play on. They're all starting to fall over each other. This is often a bit of a sign of fatigue already. Umpire Eglinton's going to have to ball this up. And he is. So we're about 25 metres out from the Belgrave goal.
I'm not going to talk much about Geelong. They're 3 goals down.
Oh, really? What's happened?
Haven't kicked a goal since the 20-minute mark of the first quarter.
There we go. You called game over after 10 minutes in that first quarter. You never know, do you? So it's been tapped out towards the boundary line. Don't confuse people with facts.
You did. You said, oh, it's over already.
Game over. Well, I didn't tell you I was going to win. I knew Freo were going to sneak up. But it's not over yet. So we get a few of those iffy free kicks, Sel would get a couple of those round the neck ones where he just... Anyway, throw in there. Glen's arcing up here a bit at the moment. Little kick came off the knee. Umpire just lets him play on. Jimmy Marks leads in the race for the football. Spins one way, just shrugs a tackle on the right foot. Lucks of fortune as the mark's being taken by Wood. Was it touched off the hands? I thought it was, but it being paid right in the centre of the ground. Argent takes the mark all on his own. Plays on now. Goes on a 45-degree angle, top of the 50. Oh, crunch they go. That would have hurt O'Brien, the skipper for Belgrave. Oh, that could have been a high tackle, I thought, there against Flakemore. That's a dangerous tackle. And I think it's definitely been played, and the umpire's just been warning him there. Umpire Carroll says, take it easy, play on now. I think he's probably lucky that they did play on. He may have been sent off for about 10 minutes otherwise. That's a high knot. Umpire Eglinton's seen something. And the free kick, this man's been pretty good all day, Shill. Back in the centre of the ground. Peterson, bit of school by the big man. Dodges one way. Gives it across to his teammate there in Horsley. Goes to the top of the 10-metre square. Nobody can pick it up. They do so now. And there's a little snap over the left shoulder. Going at goal there was Whelan. And it has been snuck through for a behind. The first score of the third quarter goes the way of Yarra Glen. They go to 6-12-48. Leading Belgrave 5-3-33. We've been only going about 2 minutes. Are you back with us, Liam?
Yes, I am. Belgrave will thump the ball to the outer side. Can they get a mark out of this? No, not particularly, although has the ball dribbled out the back. It is. High up and under is going to pay off. No, just slipped through the hands there of Dawson at an inopportune time. The ball's still inside there, forward 50. Bennett got to the football first. He handballs backwards to go forwards. A kick to the pocket is no good. Shield was the first one there. He's just dropped that. No holding the ball. Yes, there is. Late call.
Top of the 50 arc there. Umpire Eglinton said, no, you didn't get rid of that legally. And it's been given an incorrect disposal. You've got something for us there.
Guess what, Liam? Geelong have kicked a goal. It's back to 12 points down there at Caninian Park.
Thank God.
There's a little flicker of hope. A little flicker of hope.
Reece Stanley, there you go.
Oh, Stanley.
Excellent kill the player, because
he's a big galoot, that man.
He's a good player.
No, he's not. He's useless. Get rid of him.
He's a young recruit for Geelong.
Oh, yeah.
There he is, yeah. Anyone in their early 30s.
Under 35, he's good. So anyway, we're being digressed here. Is this Nathan Dawson with it, Liam?
Does need it. Just to get back, they made the first goal of the quarter.
Oh, stabbed at it. He's got it though. Oh, the crowd, you can hear the Belgrave faithful there saying thank you very much. 6 goals, 3, 39. Belgrave, they still trail. Yarra Glen 6-12-48. We've been going nearly 4 minutes, quarter number 3. But like you say, you just got to stay in touch, I think, Aidan. You may mention that just prior to half time.
Yeah, that's it. That's an important goal to get. And good for Nathan Dawson as well. He's been a little bit quiet today, so that'll get his confidence up. And hopefully for Belgrave's sake, he can get in the game a little bit more and kick a few more goals.
Back in the centre, umpire Carroll. Eventually throws the ball up. Trying to take it out of the ruck with Speedy, but it just dripped out of his hands and just dropped straight back into the centre circle. I don't know why they don't do the second ball up first, Glenn.
Yeah, well, we do see it too often. My method of umpires getting sick of paying throwing the ball up. We'll see a free kick soon enough.
Speedy got it out there. Little kick around the corner by Mark Francis. Hasn't been.
Oh,
big leap there by, was that Smith out there?
Yes, it was.
and but couldn't do too much with it. Belgrave opportunity here, or no, a bit of a Yorker there, just couldn't pick up the ball was Johnson. But Yarra Glen, they come out again through Marks. Oh, he's been disposed of after he got rid of the football. Binion takes a good eye mark on his chest. Jimmy Marks just getting up a bit slowly there. Binion drives the ball low and hard, looking for a teammate, and luckily this bloke's only about 3'6.5", Brendan Davis. Took it just down around the ankles. Good little bit of skill, this young boy. Goes into the forward area there. The Argent went high, couldn't hang on to the football. Got it eventually, gave it across to a teammate. There's a whistle on play.
Paid it very late.
It did indeed, and the free kick looks like it's going to Pemberton. Is it? Who's it going to? So, got to wait. No, free kick is going to Belgrave, but that's not Pemberton. That's the big fellow there, I think. And Speedy, is it? Anyway, long kick, centre wing, member side of the ground. No, Speedy's right here. He's a quick bloke, gets from one end to the other. And there's another free kick being hung onto in the marking contest. And it's gone against Peterson. Gives it across to his teammate there who was running past, and that's just Pemberton. Goes a little low kick, and the mark's been paid. This is to Billy Carlisle.
Carlisle's kick inside 450 is no good. Red and rainbow jumpers everywhere, and it's been cut off that time. Kick back towards the middle of the ground's good. Hits a teammate up. Mark was taken there by Wood. Wood plays on. He wheels around to this broadcast outer side. Ray Chamberlain went up, but I think the big fella in Raymaker's got him a little bit too high, which he did, and the free kick will go to Heath Chamberlain, otherwise known as Ray.
Oh, he will be known for it.
He handballed off straight away to a teammate, and Binion. Binion's kick short is a bit of a half
that's a
volley.
great mark.
The mark was paid in the end to Flakemore. Flakemore thumps one
Good
to
long
the top of
kick.
the square. Good body movement there, and well done. Good footy. That's out of the ground. That's in the river. Kicked by DeArgent. That ball, that's not coming back.
That's flowing. You'll find that probably down around Yarra Bend in about 2 days' time.
Yep. Yarra Glen 7-12-54. Belgrave 6-3-39. 7 minutes gone. Third quarter. That ball, we'll say once again, is gone. Baby
It's already
gone.
Warren died, I think.
I was on its way down through the rapids, but good mark there by DeArgent. Wasn't it? He just turned around, played on, good goal, and just it was a silly free kick to give away there by Raymakers, just giving Peterson a tap on the head. And sometimes you just got to be a little bit careful. But footy is coming back. Not sure if it's that one or not, but
It'd be bogged.
bogged. And it's come back in the hands of Andrew Eglinton. So underway again, and of course all the hard work Belgrave's done amounted to naught as Yarra Glen. They get a goal straight away, so they've kicked their first this quarter. Up she goes once again. Peterson sort of tapped it down in front of Speedy of Belgrave. It's just right in the center. A little handball over the top. And that's rude. Which way is it going to go?
Belgrave.
Oh, I'll tell you what, he's gone to try to handball, give a clip round here to Jones. Got himself a free kick and done it very nicely. This is Jaden Wood, right in the centre of the ground here at Yarra Glen. Goes straight down the middle of the ground. It's a one-on-one contest. Nobody could take the mark. Peterson got a lovely handball out the back of the pack. Oh, you're in a bit of trouble. That's a very short handball given out there by Moat to a teammate in Marks who goes up the middle of the ground. Belgrave near the ball there. They can play on through Hurst into that forward pocket. Can they do something with it? Nope. Dawson just let it go out of bounds, and it's going to be a throw in forward pocket. Jimbrook into the ground. 8 minutes gone. 39 Belgrave, 54 Yarra Glen. We'll get some more Division 1, 2 and 3 scores up there in a minute, or Premier 1 and 2. And see what's happening in and around the outer east. We'll throw in that forward pocket. Belgrave, they need to answer that goal quickly. Thrown in again. Both ruckmen hit it down in front. Oh, trying to pick the ball up on the run was Johns. He couldn't quite do that now. And Yarra Glen, they clear it once more.
Inside out tall.
Oh, there you go again. This band's been quite good for Yarra Glen. Oh, dodged the ball that time in Sammy Wood. Bounced the wrong way for him. Goes back and tackles his opponent. The umpire says there's no opportunity there for anybody, and I'll throw it up. Jaden Wood had it. The umpire says it's okay. Umpire Eglinton throws the ball up once again. Both Ruckmore Peterson. Nice little two-handed tap. Just goes straight down the ground, but tackles straight away without any fire opportunity. Belgrave. It's going to be another ball up. Last to get up there. Ryan Hurst. Belgrave. The two big fellas go at it once again. Peterson probably dominating that ruck contest. Got a little ball out there. Finds Marks on the handball received. Little chip kick right on centre wing. And just overrunning the football at the inappropriate time was Horsley, but it's good enough to get it now. Here they go. Binion. Little chip kick inside, and that could be down the ground. A bit of discipline coming in there against Jaden Wood. And the free kick down to your mate there in Chamberlain. Lamb.
Ray gives it off back to Binion, who gives it back to Ray. Chamberlain will puts a wobbler and it comes off.
The old knuckleball, that.
And the wobbler has been marked by Billy Gardner, who was not confident, so he centres it more or less to a more difficult spot. Went through the hands there that time of Flakemore, who's drifted down forward, and Belgrave can get the ball out of their defence, although cutting the ball off was Gurney, and now Yarra Glen are going to go inside it once again, although Belgrave might have the chance to wipe up, although they put himself under a lot of pressure, but just got rid of it in the nick of time. They bring the ball out the outer side, and Leo has lost half a cup of coffee there.
And it's hot.
And, yep, it would be too. Go clean yourself up there, son. That is grim.
It's grim.
Ball's gone out of bounds for a throw in on the outer side, and camera operator / helper Nick has...
Nurse.
Yes, Nick.
Has helped himself to clean up a little bit. I'll just take over for a minute here as Leo gets himself cleaned up. There, that's going on to Australia's Funniest Home Video sort of stuff. That ball back in. Like, can't hear you, Leo. You're on mute. The ball goes to the outer side. Francis has the football, and now Pemberton overran at that time, and now Yarra Glen are going to try to go inside their forward 50. They will now in the next kick. Although the ball's bobbling around like a pinball. And they've got it now. They bring it back inboard. Here is Horsley. Horsley had Belgrave players coming from him left, right, and centre. Chamberlain! No, not Chamberlain. I got too excited. DeArgent was too deep and just botted himself and make sure he got to the ball there first. And he'll go back and have a shot.
Have a look at some Premier Division scores here, boys.
Go for it,
Rory Alec 5-4-34 to Upway Tacoma 4-7-31. Narry Warren 9-3-57 to Wandon 3-5-23. Mount Evelyn 7-4-46 to Monbulk 8-11-59. Belinda Ferny Creek 7-9-51. Pakenham 8-6-54.
And I've got news for you, boys. Double O is not the Argent, it's Charlie Wood, which has been notified. So
There we go.
he did kick that goal too. The Argent reckon he's playing all right. He's not even out there. So 8 goals, 12-60. And for those people who are really concerned about my health, I've only got 3rd-degree burns on the right leg, but it's okay, I'll survive. Charlie Wood, we apologise, we were given the wrong name.
Geelong are gone, still they're 18 points down.
William's enthusiastic about that.
I'm flat.
I'll give the wife something to do tomorrow. She can watch those.
A few Division 1 scores here, boys.
Yep.
Seville 11-5-71. Gembrook Cockatoo 4-7-31. Emerald 9-6-60 to Berwick Springs 2-10-22.
Okay, and young children never have hot drinks around Leo. Little clearance here, and they're off again. Binion with it. Little kick smothered off his boot. Well done there to Belgrave, but can they pick it up? They cannot. Going in hard also there was Davis of Yarra Glen. They can play now. Belgrave, little give and go, and they are off and running. Nice long kick down the ground by Pemberton. Goes to centre wing. Marks gets 1 grab, 2 grabs. Couldn't hang on to it. Was brought by Anderson of Belgrave. Good tackle laid there by Jimmy Marks on his opponent there in Dawson. He wins himself a free kick. Squares the ball up straight away. They've got runners through the middle. I think that could be Schill.
Yep.
He has been a busy man there around centre half back. He's just been the general there, keeping everything nice and tidy for Yarra Glen. Running over the football, no one can take the mark. Raymakers, long handball forward, and they're off and running now on Belgrave through Anderson. Give it across to a teammate under a lot of pressure in Francis. Make sure it turns it over. He does that. McCulloch picks it up for Yarra Glen. Running back with a fly to ball. Good strong mark taken there by Robertson.
Robertson kick short, no good. Fisted forward a little bit by Yarra Glen, and they'll come back with it now. Here's Horsley. Horsley's little inside-out kick down the line might just work out because they've gone inside forward 50. Chamberlain gets down and dirty, picks it up. The handball's good, and the handball inboard is just about even better because here is Telford who kicks a goal around the body.
Well, won't miss too many like Telford. Very class act.
9-12-66 Yarra Glen. Belgrave 5-9, 39-13, the half gone, 3rd quarter, and the cream might just start to be rising to the top.
Maybe. I've got 6-3-39, so I'm not sure if you've got the scores back the front there for Belgrave, but I think that's right.
The handball to France is really poor there.
Oh, wasn't it?
As well.
Poured him under a lot of pressure.
William Carlisle was on his own in the goal square as well.
Yeah.
Simple kick, and they were at the back and an easy goal, and now Yarra Glen have got it. So 2-goal turnaround, you'd have to say.
So it's back in the middle, and they just 3-1 this quarter. They start off Belgrave, then they make a couple of basic errors, really, just skill errors and turn the footy over. A couple of undisciplined little acts as well, a couple of bad tackles. Speedy this time for Belgrave. Does get the centre tap out, and they're off and running now. Into the hands there of Jaden Wood, who's been okay and done a few silly other little things as well. Ooh, that's a bit of a throw. Umpire says no, it's okay. And just tapping it out in front of himself there was Ryan Smith, and it's gone out of bounds for a throw in forward pocket.
Might have a hamstring here, look.
Oh,
right
yep.
in front of us, Yarra Glen.
Oh, yeah, it's starting to hurt.
Binion, is it?
Oh, Dad, that hurts. Yep, and
He's gone. He knows it too.
you don't want to go and throw in forward pocket for Belgrave up at the river end at the moment. Tapped out there by Peterson of Yarra Glen. The umpire says I'll ball it up.
A couple of Division 2 scores here, boys. Broadford 10-6-66 to Warburton and Millgrove 8-5-53. Yarra Junction 8-7-55 to Alexandra 11-4-70.
Okay, thank you for that. I'm not quite sure who that was.
Free kick going to Belgrave here to Johns.
Okay, so didn't see what the free kick was for. It wasn't originally called as a free kick. The free kick is here going to Aaron Johns. We're just seeing who that was coming off. They're not quite sure who that was, whether it was Whelan or Horsley. Could have been Horsley. And about 20 metres out now, directly in front. Need this goal badly, do Belgrave. Aaron Johns hasn't scored so far today.
Been busy, bud.
Been a busy man. And there's a few of the Belgrave boys must go to the same hairdressers up there. I reckon Francis there and Wood. And of course here Johns coming in directly in. Oh, he's dropped that on the inside of the boot right from the get-go. And straight through the middle of the iron she goes. Unfortunately for Belgrave. And that's unfortunate for them. 6-4-40 now. They still trail Yarra Glen 9-12-66. We've been going 15-16 minutes, quarter number 3. Would have been a handy goal, and the kicking duties is going to go the way of Jaden Schill.
So Schill will bring it out of full back.
Be careful, that's hot.
One of the players have started in the middle, now they're flanking out to the left. That's where the ball goes. Fisted forward by the big fella in Raymakers, has been in the Belgrave system for a long time. Now the ball comes backward of centre, and there's another big fist, that time of O'Brien by Belgrave, and it's found its way all the way to the boundary line for a throw in on the outer side.
It's a long way out there, isn't it? And the boundary umpires are doing a really good job there, the two bros, Jasper and Joel Barry. Of course, Dad waving the flags in the goal square. So throw in. Quite a few players around that ground once again. Playing a couple free back there at the moment, Belgrave as well. Just starting to pick up their players now. Just walking around a bit. Don't seem to be a little bit disorganised at the moment. Yarra Glen get the clearance once again. Goes to about 20 metres from directly in front. Raymakers leads his opponent to the ball. He takes a pretty good mark. In fact, it's not Raymakers, it is O'Brien, the skipper. Now it goes out to the other side, and Belgrave, they've got a bit of open space here. What are they going to do with it this time? Put it back in the centre of the ground, put his teammate under a lot of pressure there, and Jaden Wood. Is he too high?
Yep.
So too high. Free kick. I think that may have gone against Flakeball. So Woody. He's been called. You can hear over our fix mic. Plays on now. Straight through the middle of the ground they go. Over the back of the pack. The only one who could judge that was Jimmy Marks, and spun in and out of trouble. Then gives it off. That could be a bit high at the end of it, but no problems at all. That's the skill of that man. Beautifully done. That was your mate Chamberlain. Kicks it into the forward pocket. Looking forward. Almost finding on the outer side there in Wood. That's just Charlie Wood. We've just got to get used to him. We call him the Argent all day. We do apologise, but that's the name we were given. And it's very close to the boundary line. Boy, Carol was thinking about it. Gee, she took a long while to blow that whistle. And it's going to be a ball up. About 50 metres out, Liam.
Yeah, give or take a couple of metres, I reckon. Umpire's just bringing the players a bit closer in, so the ball won't be tapped over the boundary. Belgrave won the tap that time. It was O'Brien who went in there for a bit of a crack there that time. Now the umpires found a free kick for a push in the back. Go the way of the Belgrave Magpies here, who would love to get the next goal here. Ball down the line, and the mark was taken there by Sterling. Sort of carried the pack. That was a one-on-one and went straight into his lap. It's called go. Goes for a run. Came in board a little bit. Thumps one down the line. That's no good. Shield in the hole. Takes the mark.
We're just sitting there and they're kicking it to him.
Yeah, a lot of rebound 50s for him today. Shield kicks in the middle. That's good. Mark taken there by Moat. Back to Shield, who kicks to the outer side, broadcast side. Mark taken by Wiles. The boundary umpire fell over there too. Binion now kicks it back, and the mark has been taken by Whelan. Whelan told to go. Thumps one inside forward 50. Chamberlain came in from the side, nearly dragged it in. Still in a dangerous spot here. Snap around the body from Sam Wood. Where's that going to bounce? Inside the boundary and eventually over for a throw in.
Got the Yarra Glen player come off with a bit of a hobble there, boys.
Another one. Okay.
I don't know if we quite get the number, but we'll maybe
we can't see. They're right underneath us, so we just can't see.
Like it didn't turn around for me.
They don't do that.
No.
So it's a throw-in. Back to where we started a few minutes ago. About 45 metres out for the Yarra Glen team. Kicking to the racecourse end of the ground. She gets thrown in. Both ruckmen again. Just tap it straight down to the same spot. A little kick out there by the Belgrave player, and Daniel Noy didn't go too far back in the centre of the ground, and Jimmy Marks is just doing what he wants around wing half back. Drives it back into that forward pocket area, looking for Chamberlain. He picks up on the half volley. The land ball over the top, straight to his opponent there in Batelli of Belgrave, and he's crashed over the boundary line. It's going to be another throw in. Can't see any reason why you want to go out there. You can ignore the bloke who's leading out there and go straight down towards the goals. Nice open space through there. At about the 50-metre mark once again for Yarra Glen. Over they go. Tapped over the back of the pack by Speedy of Belgrave, but has been sharked by Yarra Glen. Right in that forward pocket area there. A lot of fists go up in the air. Charlie Wood just knocked it out of bounds for a throw. No, it's been rushed through for a behind to Yarra Glen. 9-13-67 leads at Belgrave 6-4-40.
Raymakers plays on. Ran about 10 metres and bumps it to the outer side. Went through the hands of, it wasn't Speedy, it was actually Carlisle, who was playing a little bit forward up the ground.
Behind.
Didn't pick up the ball there, as Leo said he left it behind, but they're going okay here. Handball over the top, might have put Pemberton under a little bit of pressure. He steadies now, cheeky little chipper.
Far
is
enough.
okay.
No, it's not far enough.
Pemberton goes back in to clean up a little bit of mess. Run down, got to be careful, get rid of it. Snap around the body. It's not going to go through for a goal, but it went through for behind, and that was off the boot of Mitch Anderson. 9-13 plays 6-5. And we've gone 21 minutes in the third quarter.
That shepherd there by Ryan Hurst, just helping his teammate there, Francis, get a little bit more space and get them inside 50.
Certainly was, and Yarra Glen through Gurney. Pick up the ball, go straight down the middle of the ground. There's that a bit of a push in the back. Umpire says no, play it on. Trying to pick, it's 2-on-1 at the moment. Doing hard work. Sammy Wood there for Yarra Glen. He's still working hard. Second effort, third effort. Wins the ball back for Yarra Glen. Got it back on the fourth effort. Did Sammy Wood and has a shot at goal and just misses to the right-hand side. Good amount of work there to Sam Wood. Probably deserved the goal after all that. Unfortunately for him and Yarra Glen, it's gone through for another behind. 9-14-68 they are, leading Belgrave 6-5-41. 22 minutes gone, quarter number 3. Lost where I was.
Right, you were right. It happens to the best of us. Raymakers plays on, thumps one down the middle. Trying to take the mark in from the side was Speedy, who's been very speedy today at times. But the umpire will call for it on the cricket pitch in the middle here at Yarra Glen. Ball back up. Speedy won the tap that time, down to Pemberton, tried to get a little clearing kick away. Didn't do a teammate any favours. He could have been taken high and then probably illegally disposed of it there. Sterling came to Francis, and now the ball's bobbling out wide, getting there late with the real curly hair, and the top bun was Smith, although he didn't get it in the end, and now the ball goes to defensive 50. Trying to pat it down to his own advantage was Hamilton. Had to go a second time and mop up a little bit of mess. He eventually got the handball away. Doesn't do anyone any favours. Got to be careful here, Belgrave, but they get it out to the outer side, but it's gone out of bounds on the full. And Yarra Glen will reload from just about their half-forward flank area.
It's another free kick out there.
Taken by Smith.
There's Ryan Smith with it. Puts it to the top of the forward 50. He wants to take the mark over the back of the pack. Oh, Speedy just got absolutely smashed. Good enough to stand his ground. Gets it and handballs out to a teammate. They're off and running now, Belgrave. Umpire lets him play on. It's been picked up by Wood. Of Belgrave goes into the centre circle. Binion couldn't hang on to it, but there's 3 Yarra Glen players. Jimmy Mark casually just picks it up, goes bang with a kick.
Is that right?
And that is a great note. It's a great play again, Jimmy Marks. The skill of that man's just fantastic. If you see him with the foot, you just want to run to a space. He's going to hit you 9 out of 10 times. Another beautiful kick. And about 35 metres out, and it's Richard Gurney with it. And he's got an opportunity now to put another goal, another little nail in the coffin here of Belgrave coming in. Wiggles his way around a little bit, and it might be left of centre. It is. A lot of body movement there. And not a noted goal kicker, Richard Gurney. And another behind. Wasting opportunity are the Pigs. 9-15-69. But they lead Belgrave 6-5-41. We've been going 24 minutes now, quarter number 3. And just waiting for the ball to come back. That's gone too, is it? Oh no, Raymakers has got it now. Who put that pillar in the way?
Raymakers thumps one down the middle, trying to use the highway here. Went through the hands of Speedy. It seems to be a target in the middle of the ground when they take out kick outs. And they're just about inside their 450 here. They wouldn't mind getting back. That is a quality pick up there by Marks. He spun around and then got a kick towards the middle, and nearly came off there. It was a half-decent attempt, although we got one for a little bit of a scuffle off the ball here.
And
Going to go the way of Yarra Glen.
The free kick should go over there. Now, does anybody know what's going on?
No, I don't.
And we're having a chat.
Yellow card, but no.
Oh, Andrew Eglinton puts the left leg in. Puts the left leg out.
Just saw the hand go up and I thought,
You're going to ball it up.
thought the
What?
wristband was
But
the-
why there?
I don't know.
Anyway, go.
Ball back up in the air. Both ruckmen got a hand to it, and it's going to come away towards the Yarra Glen end of the ground. And now Belgrave are going to reload through Noy. Noy thumps one on the boot. Who's it going to favour? Is it going to bounce in front of these two? It comes out the back. Here's Shield. His kick to the outer side's a good one
Oh,
too.
beautiful kick.
And the mark has been taken by Moat. Moat plays on, wheels around, kicks to the outer side. That's another good kick. Finds a Flakemore. Flakemore plays on. This is good link-up football here.
There's
and
your
the mark
mate.
has been taken. No. Yep, was taken by Ray Chamberlain, and now he's kicked it out of bounds.
Oh, he just
Touched off the boot.
Yep, it was good work there done by Belgrave because they were off and running, as you said, and probably could have just waited a fraction longer. And unfortunately for Yarra Glen, kick smothered off his boot. Hayden, what have you got for us?
We'll have a quick
How's
look
Geelong going, mate? Let's just keep
at,
on
well,
that game.
let's have a quick look at the AFL
17
score.
points down.
Oh, that's all,
17
we've already
points
got
down,
it.
there
Yeah,
you
he's
go.
got a direct link to Scott's coach box over here. Anyway, the throw-ins are already taking place. I'll get you to get those organised. If you've got them yet, it's going to be another ball up.
Tell you what, the score in the Adelaide GWS game, 94-15, the way of GWS.
Yeah,
Absolutely
no, there's
dominating.
COVID all through Adelaide. Anyway, the loss of Erin Phillips hasn't helped at all, even
No,
though she
certainly
plays for the AFLW. Here's another opportunity now. Belgrave, can they get out of it? No, they can't. And
She's
trying
won,
to
she's won
trying to
3
handle-
flags, mate.
Oh, well, like Sam Pang said on the footy show, she's just a washed-up 37-year-old ex-basketball player. She's an absolute gun. Throw in. About the 50-metre arc, over the back of the pack they go. Who can pick this football up? Nobody can. Just about a head clash, Belgrave. They want to come out. This guy's been okay from today too, and Jaden Wood kicks it towards us here in the broadcast box.
Oi.
Nobody can pick the footy up. Good contest there between two players. Robertson goes back and picks it up. May have won himself a free kick. He has, and goes to him, and it's gone against Jared Hull. So coming along now, and now it's right in front of the pavilion, just about. Oh, should have taken that mark. Umpire says she should have known it would Billy Gardner, but he's got himself a. Well, he hasn't got himself a free kick. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, he's pushed out there, Johnston.
Okay. Short kick now, and he just says, "Oh look, I shouldn't have really got it. I'll give it back to you," and straight into the hands there of Billy Gardner.
Gardner's got it. I'll tell you what, you're making the pretzel laugh instead of right behind you there.
I
lad.
know. Did you feel that big shadow come over you?
No.
The big
Gardner's
pretzel
kicked
just
down the
hovering
line.
above us.
Now it's just hovering around.
It's
a
gone
little bit
dark. I'm
closer.
gonna have to turn the lights on.
Belgrave now on the outer side flank. They kick down the line, but it's just a sea of rainbow and red jumpers here. And
Whoa,
gee,
bit of a
Gardner's
head
just copped
clash
one in the
there.
head. He's gone to the ground, and the umpire will call for the ball now.
Yeah, Mark Francis and Gardner just came nose to nose there.
Sort of looks like the Fremantle defender Alex Pearce side on Gardner. Anyway, ball back up. Tap out, won that time by Belgrave.
you have
Here
it.
is Gardner. Couldn't quite get through, and now Yarra Glen through Wood will come
done
away.
well,
He's
hasn't he?
gone for a little bit of a dash. He kicks towards the top of the 50, and it's gone in, out the back.
Too tall.
And the mark has been taken. Is that Ray again?
No, I think this is Peterson. Just,
He snuck
or could be
forward, has he?
Chamberlain. Sorry.
No,
it is
it is
Peterson.
Peterson, the ruckman.
Should have stuck with me first. He's just a bit taller. So good mark. Just the height got him there. He's hovering right behind me. So Peterson, he's going to be kicking from about 40 metres out, pretty much directly in front to the racecourse end of the ground here at Yarra Glen. Gets close to the man on the mark. Oh, just stuck his toe into it. Was going to hook that a bit, and he has.
Just been scribbled down that 13's actually Mackenzie for Yarra Glen.
Well, I'm glad we're getting all these numbers eventually.
Yeah.
9:16:70.
The 28.5-minute mark in the third quarter.
6:5:41. Yeah, that's not too bad. So you try and do everything correctly. Who was that, Liam?
So 13's actually Mackenzie.
There's that ship again.
Throwing us all around this.
Nonetheless.
Oh,
Anyway, just about ready just for the stage. I hope she's not listening. She usually does. Okay, umpire Eglinton getting us underway for the last quarter. Push that button. I hear it go beeping. Up we go. All on his own. Speeding in the ruck there for Belgrave. Can they get the first goal of this last quarter? The ball's come out sideways and it's been marked by Anderson, who plays on straight away. It was well tackled there by Hull. Umpire said you play it on. Picked up this time. It's run by Wood. Goes back to centre half forward. They need a mark here. Good spoil out there by Ryan Smith. It's been picked up over there in the back line by Horsley. Straight to centre half forward there. Knocked further forward by Kiki Demopoulos. of Yarra Glen. They go out the outer side to Belgrave. It's picked up over there by, that's Bertini, I think it is. It is indeed. And it goes out further, and that mark's been taken by Billy Carlisle.
Sorry, Lee,
go,
I thought you pointed
go,
at me.
no.
Carlisle kicks the ball inside forward 50, and it's been marked there nicely by Dawson.
Yeah, I would have got that mark too. I was going to try and get him a goal. I think you've done the job for us there, Liam.
Sorry, but I thought you pointed at me to take over the call.
Oh, just speaking with my hands, mate, for those who are just watching on telly. That's what us foreigners do.
Not on visual media.
Yeah, I do wave my hands, as you can tell by the coffee I'm wearing at the moment.
Yeah,
a lovely shade of cappuccino. That's all right.
Disgusting. So, smells too.
Oh,
so, Dawson,
that's a shocker, isn't it?
Yeah, Dawson's deep in the pocket, kicking to the racecourse end, or the old Hillsville Road end. The kick is on the way. The goal umpire does a little bit of dancing, and it's through for a behind.
It's a shame. But it's the first score. 42 they are, leading, trailing by quite a bit, 70 Yarra Glen. Just to start, 1.5 minutes gone. Just fix up my book here. There you
That's
go. Keep going, Liam.
Covered in cappuccino.
Yeah, it's
not a problem, Leo. She'll take out.
I'll hang it up when I get home.
Free kick. Gains about 25 metres on the run. Kicks it to the broadcast side. The kick is a beauty, and the mark has been taken by Peterson, who kicks it down the line. It didn't really do the small fella any favours, trying to run on from the back. A big Raymakers just barges into one of his teammates, who's actually come off a little bit second best there, and it's Finnegan who's had a little bit of a hobble, and now don't tell me that's poor old Wood copping it again. And very
it's
slowly.
Jaden Wood.
That's the third time he's copped something today, and he's slow to get to his feet, the poor bugger.
Wonder why.
Oh, he's going at it like a bull at a gate. Ball back up. Both ruckmen had a hand on it. Here's Gurney. Gurney wheels around. That's going to bounce in front of three. Who's it favour? No one particularly just yet. Flakemore got a hand on it, and so did Kikidopoulos. Is it going to come out? No, that's just got the handball away in time. Oh, he's been done for a throw.
Well, this is what happens when you don't handball it.
Oh, I thought he did, Leo.
I thought he might have too, but nonetheless.
Free kick going the way of Hurst at Belgrave, whose kick to the middle is good. He's put that on a full length for Chiberton, who kicks the ball inside forward 50. There's two rainbow and red jumpers there to meet the ball at the pack. Ball played a little bit of soccer off the ground. Now it's in a dangerous spot. Tried to soccer the ball to advantage of the Belgrave boys. Dawson went in and under, tried to get the ball to the front. It's going to bobble around. The umpire's found another throw, and it's going to go the way of Belgrave.
It is.
Yes.
Looks like it. I think Dawson's going to get the kick here, boys.
Yeah, Dawson's going to have another go at it, and he should make a certainty of this.
Let's kick 1-1 for the afternoon. Oh, he's going to go the Stevie Johnson.
No.
Yeah, yes. Well, that he's got a bit. No, he's just put a divot mark in the green to show this is where I'm going to go. And now I'm just going to walk 28 miles back and put the ball on the ground. Tuck my socks in. Spin the ball 28 times. Wipe my hands.
That's
and
30 seconds.
do a
Surely.
hamstring. Yeah. And here we go. 10 metres out, and has, hope he's kicked it after all that. He has, so it was all worth it. Second goal there to Nathan Dawson, and that is the first goal of the last quarter. Goes away the Pies of Belgrave, 7-6-48. Could this be the start? 9-16-70, and we have gone 4 minutes, quarter number 4, so just got to get a few in a row here, do Belgrave. They haven't really kicked a couple in a row, so they need to do that again, but a couple of throws been paid there, one each way.
Yeah.
Couldn't quite see. There's a bit of a brick pillar in our way there. So we'll take umpire Egginton's
I think the ball's gone into the river.
Another one.
Yep.
There we go. There must be a couple of kids just a few metres down the creek, I think, and could be a couple of sharing sold at the local markets in the next few weeks, I think.
Or a Facebook marketplace. Might soon pop up.
Yeah, I've seen them at the old Warby ground before they put that net up. There used to be a few straight into the river down there, because that's exactly where it went. Through the goal, splash, see you later, and a pretty rapid flow of water down that way too.
It would have been the same at Olinda too before that wire netting went up at the left end of the ground.
Oh, well, it used to go in the bush, no one went there.
Yeah,
Don't go there.
you see hunters down there, don't
Oh,
you?
you don't. Yeah, never mind. Up she goes. Centre circle once again. I thought Peterson was on the wrong side of the line. It was a lovely little tap out. Off they go now. Centre clearance the way of the Pigs. Goes to the half forward line. Going towards the boundary line. One wants it to go out. One wants it to stay in. I thought Binion was to tackle without the footy. Bit of pushy and shovey over the top of everybody. And laying at the bottom of the ground there. Finnegan did a reasonably good job. And unfortunately for Yarra Glen, no free kick going there. I thought it was Brendan Davis at the bottom. It's going to be a ball up. So right in front of the Belgrave coaching box with 28,000 instructions coming out of there. Tapped over the back there by Peterson. Knocked into that forward 50. Oh, just running into an opponent there nicely for Belgrave was Robertson. Umpire let it go. A little kick out here and there's a vacant player. And they can play on now, do Belgrave. Get the old 1-2. It's in the hands there of Speedy. And Speedy he was as he kicks it down to the half forward line. But there's that man Shield. Probably should have taken that mark. He's got enough time to go back and get it. Goes up the middle of the ground. Oh, should have just hung on to that mark. Ducked his head a little bit there. Should have taken the mark.
Oh, he hurt himself there.
Oh, did he? He may have twisted his ankle. Little handball came out there from a Flakemore of Yarra Glen. Umpire just lets him go. They're in the centre circle at the moment. And it's going to be a ball up. Oh, yeah, a bit of a limp up there. That's like Aaron Johns.
Yep.
Yeah, just looks like an ankle there. He's a pretty tough nut, so he's up and going. And just waiting for umpire Eggington. He throws the ball back up. It's almost directly in the centre of the ground. Both ruckman tap it the same way, and it's an opportunity now for Belgrave. They just kick it off the ground in that ball. Who's on Shill? Nobody. He's been running out there on his own just about all day. Handballs it out in the open spaces. It's been picked up over there. This time it's been, who's our number 8 over there? We've lost him at the moment, but umpire calls him to play on. Smothered again. Oh, God, we've had a lot of that, haven't we? Oh, that could have been dangerous there. Going in very, very hard for Belgrave was Batelli. And the umpire says, oh, we'll ball it up. Oh, dangerous sometimes going with head first.
Indeed. And just quickly, I'm a bit flat. Geelong are gone, I think. 16 points down, 20-minute mark in the last quarter, so we won't talk about that again. The ball was back up.
It started like a house on fire, didn't it?
We kicked 2 goals after quarter time, which is just disgraceful.
3 goals. He was going like a wet sail, but yeah, hasn't done much since.
Oh, he just floated like a lead balloon after
They kicked
that.
the first 4 too, Geelong. Might cop a nice comment on Facebook.
Yeah, that's it.
Ball back in the air, umpire's paid hold on the ball. Belgrave might have a little bit of a charge on here. I'll tell you what, they're going to go forward. They're going to reload inside forward 50 here. Would they love a mark here? And I reckon they, no, they won't. It was a genuine 2-on-2. The kick wasn't
good.
Yeah, thank you, Leo. I said he should buy sentences for me. I don't mind that. Smothered off the boot there, that time of Horsley. It's on dead centre wing. Going in, putting the body in on the side was Noy. They could be out here because here is Speedy McSpeedy. He kicks to the pocket, but who's there? Marks.
He did. He took a mark.
Plays on, kicks inboard. Couple of players arriving at the same time. Francis comes in from the side to assist. Who's going to get a kick here? It was coming from the boot of Robertson. He gave it to a teammate. They snap it around the body, but who's there? No one. Another rebound, 50 and mark in their defensive half, taken by Yarra Glen, who kick across goal. Shield just takes it before it went over his head and potentially out on the full. He kicks down the line and it finds Hull. Hull now kicks it a little bit inboard with a little bit of degree of difficulty about it. Went through a couple of sets of hands. Wood came with it. Gave it off to a teammate in Chiverton, who kicks to the top of the square. Is it going to pitch and roll? And it does, through from behind.
Freo lose by 16. Freo up by 16 points. Sorry, Liam added Cardinia Park with about 3 minutes to go.
Thanks, Sandra Sully. I just said that about 2 minutes ago.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we weren't listening. Yet the score to Yarra Glen, 70 leads 49 at the moment. We've been going about 9 minutes in the last quarter. So Belgrave, they're trying everything. They just can't put the score on the board. The kick finds Gurney at centre half back. Go short once again. In the middle of the ground they go, but it's a 2-on-1 situation. Picked up there. Pearson tried to pick it up, but another teammate in front of him got it. They're off and running once more. Quick kick into that forward line by Kikidopoulos of Yarra Glen. Spills out the outside of the ground. Trying to pick the ball up in one go. Couldn't do it with Brendan Davis, but it's gone to that forward pocket. Oh, Chamberlain just threw it out of the pack. And a bit of a snapshot on the left foot there. Nicely done by Sammy Horsley. But it's gone through for a behind to Yarra Glen. They go to 9 goals, 17-71. They lead Belgrave 7-7-49. We've been going 9.5, quarter number 4. Where's the kick in?
Playmakers kick short to Noy. Noy's thumper down the line's good and found Francis. What's Francis going to do from here? He'll kick back inboard. That's all right because it's found a teammate. They can reload from here. Here's Johns, who's been very, very good today. Kick to a 1-on-1. About time they found.
Well
that's a nice handball. Handball came down to Sterling. Sterling just tumbled one through on the ground, through for a goal. And I tell you what, they're remaining in touch. Belgrave are 8-7-55 and Yarra Glen are 9-17-71. 10 and a bit minutes gone in the final quarter.
That's one of the better bits of play, boys. Aiden wasn't it? Just getting it down, got the handball out. And, lovely little pick up there. Nice goal there to Sterling.
That's it. Played it fast, which is what they're going to have to do in this last quarter if they're going to get a couple more goals here, Belgrave.
Yours, Leo.
It is indeed. We're still trying to work out who number 8 is for Yarra Glen. Have you got him down?
No, I don't.
No, we're just going to play, so we do apologise. We haven't got that name either. So we're just waiting for that footy to come back. It's on its way back now, and umpire Eglinton picks it up. It's starting to get a little bit dark here as well at the piggery. The two big fellas have been at it all day. Peterson there for Yarra Glen and a Speedy for Belgrave. They line up once again as umpire Eglinton throws it back up into the air. Big leap by Speedy. Probably got a little best of that, but it's been cleared once more by Yarra Glen. So it goes down to centre half forward. I thought it was being held there, the Belgrave player in Chimerton, but the umpire didn't see it. But they get a clearance. A great smother off the boot there by Wood of Yarra Glen. Can he pick it up? He gets the old 1-2, and there's an opportunity now for Chamberlain. He spins it a little bit too much.
Oh, Ray.
And it's gone through for another behind. 9 goals, 18, 72, if you don't mind. 8-7, 55 Belgrave. We've been going 11.5 in the last quarter. A couple of opportunities wasted. Belgrave, are they on the rise here as they go at the outer side of the ground, up the wing, over the back. That's a terrific mark there. Is that Francis back there? It is. Can play on straight away. On the left foot he goes. Unfortunately for him, kicks it straight to the big fella in Peterson. And umpire calls in to play on the centre of the ground all alone. Whelan. He goes out there on the right foot, and they've got a couple of those. Binion just didn't even have to break stride as he picks it and has a ping from about 45 metres out. And it's just touched on the line. Great bit of play there from the Pigs, and unfortunately there for Blake Binion, just couldn't kick it an extra couple of feet. He goes through for their 19th behind, 9-19-73, leading Belgrave 8-7-55. We've been now going 12 plus in what is the last quarter here of Pride Cup 8.
Noy fumbled it and it went over the line for a boundary throw in. Just a little bit around from the Yarra Glen forward 50. 9-19-70 to do it a bit of a Pakenham from last week.
Well, just about, yeah. It's there's no excuses here. It's absolutely not a puff of breeze. It's a beautiful day for a game of footy.
Ball back in. Tap out one that time. Peterson, who's probably had a little bit of the uncertainty in the ruck all day. Woods trying to barge his way through, and he gained a couple of metres, but it's going to be a ball up. So it's inside the forward 50. Tap out one that time by Speedy, who's in the ruck for Yarra Glen. It kicked towards the top of the square. It's a bouncing tumbler, a big bounce from the footy as well there. What's going to come from this? A Belgrave intelligent kick to the line as well. Very good footy. It found Hurst, who came onto the ground, and a kick down the line's been found by Dawson. Aiden Geelong are within 3 points with 26 seconds to go, by the way. Kick towards the middle of the ground is okay. Taken a little bit too high. Maybe there was Chiverton, and the umpire has paid a free kick.
Should be an incorrect disposal holding the ball, I would think, Liam. Great tackle laid. Good contest in actual fact, and the free kick goes to player number 8. We don't know who it is. We apologise because it was a great tackle. Wobbly old kicking it at forward 50. Nobody can pick it up. Handball over the top by Gardner of Yarra Glen. Picked up and kicked it at the top of the goal square. Nobody there for anyone to take a mark. It's Raymakers.
Could be out here.
Who picks it up there for Belgrave, and they are out, but where are they going to go? There's no follow-on after that, and goes very, very short. Binion couldn't pick it up. Trying to pick the footy up there for Belgrave was Bennett. Got a handball over the top. Another one by Dawson. Put each other under a lot of pressure. Secondary handball by Johns. They finally get it out. A little kick out there by Bennett wasn't much good, but it finds a teammate. They want to play on straight away. Long handball by Francis. Finds his teammate and puts it on the boot straight away was Batelli. Goes into that goal square.
Oh, he celebrated too.
Still, just bounced the wrong way. Gurney gets a friendly bounce, and then he has a bounce himself. Comes up through centre half back. Straight up the middle of the ground he goes for Yarra Glen. 2-on-1 situation, 3-on-1 situation. Belgrave win it, of course, through Johns. He has been tackled and incorrectly disposed of, so it's well done there. What a great effort. I wish we had the name of this young fella because he's done a couple of terrific things. Goes straight down the middle of the ground. No, actually cooked it around his body a little bit, but Yarra Glen have got numbers to the football. Goes through the centre of the ground. Oh, just couldn't hang on to that. Was Flakemore. Could have landed on the chest. Spills it, but must be getting a bit of tightness there. Flakemore's got it again, but he's been pinned with one arm. He's going to be gone. That's a perfect type of tackle, Liam. Can't do much when you've got one arm pinned beside you. And Belgrave pick up the free kick there through the agency of Aaron Johns. No play on now. Kick out towards the old scoreboard side of the ground. It's a long, long way out there. Nice little bounce there for Mark Francis. Hasn't been Belgrave's worst. And off they go once more. It's Aaron Johnson did to follow up. Picks it up, kicks it along towards the full forward marking area there. Couldn't be held by Dawson. Goes back through Yarra Glen. They just turn the ball straight back. And a lot of changes that are going over there. A lot of desperation happening now. Looking out there the outer side. Is that a free kick against Jimmy Marks? I think it's going to go the way of Hamilton of Belgrave. Got him in the middle of the back. Umpire Carroll says, yep, I'll pay that. And about 40 metres out now, 45-degree angle. And Belgrave, an opportunity to put another little goal on the board. They certainly need it. This is William Hamilton.
He's got the trip, boys. I'm pretty sure he'll get the distance. It's just whether he's going to put it through for a goal.
Okay, so you've picked it. Yep. Hayden hasn't scored today at all.
This is to keep him well within touch.
Well, he's a left footer, so left footers usually kick the ball a bit further.
Oh, good show. He's just missed that,
And
unfortunately.
it's just gone a little bit to the left-hand side, so distance not a problem. Unfortunately for Belgrave, it's gone through for a behind. 8-8-56, Belgrave trailing Yarra Glen 9-19-73. We've been going 16 and a half minutes in the last quarter. How are you going over there, Liam?
Yeah, Geelong went down by 3 points, unfortunately, to Fremantle in the end.
You'll be right, mate.
And that hurts, that.
That does hurt. That's a GMHBA, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a big loss.
I think that's the first time Fremantle have won in Geelong since the 2013 qualifying final.
Here we go. Ooh. Little handball comes out now. Well, just overrunning the football, just didn't get down low enough to the ground. Was Whelan. He's pretty low to the ground as it is. Just couldn't pick it up, and it's about 35 metres out. Everybody just fall over the footy, and it's going to be a ball. It's all right, Liam. It's only a game of foot. Yeah, it's only a game when you lose, isn't it? He's not happy, is he, Aiden?
No, he's not. He's got nothing for us.
I'm not sure we're steaming up in here. It's coming out of his left and right ear at the same time. We're 60 metres out. Big long kick there by Belgrave.
Very hot set of headphones right now.
And the mark's been taken over there by Dawson.
Got to whack the demisters on the glasses there.
Oh, never mind. They're going to join the seniors competition next year. Good ball there by Jimmy Marks. Keeps his feet as well. And then just goes after the football, but the boundary line beats him. And it's gone out of bounds for a throw in.
Quite funny, actually, Aiden.
Yeah, it's a disappointing loss that is, Geelong. It's
frustrating.
Yeah, they have to bring in some youth. Maybe Paddy can come back next week.
Starting to bring out the A-grade material. Kick me when I'm down, yeah.
It's all right, mate. How my Kangaroos go?
Yeah, could be worse, I suppose. Have they posted about it yet, Geelong? I might have to leave a comment on Facebook.
I don't know.
Oh dear, that could be good.
I think they're having a bit of a get-together, West Coast and Geelong next week. This is a sympathy party. The ball's been just playing a bit of yo-yos out there at the moment. Yarra Glen get a quick kick around the corner, outer side of the ground. Oh, just crunching in and out there. The ball just goes on the ground. Kick off the ground by Belgrave to a teammate. It was going the wrong way, but it worked out quite all right for O'Brien, the skipper. And he finds a teammate way on the outer side of the ground. Runs towards 60 metres now. Put it to the top of the goal square. Son or even kick a goal. Long shot.
Out
the
the
goal. He had to center that ball, didn't he? He just couldn't. You can't make the distance. You've got to put it in a dangerous spot. And out on the full is not one of those. Anything else happening around town there, Aiden?
Well, the Adelaide and GWS game, 35-94, the way of GWS. So
Yeah,
Adelaide
yep. I think they're gone.
Yeah, that's it. Adelaide got a couple of the last goals, but I think that game is done and dusted.
You're off. Yeah, I think he thought he was going the other way there, Liam.
Marked that.
He did, but he played on, you see, because he thought he may have been kicking that way, I think.
Yeah, I don't reckon he played on.
Well, umpire said he did, and there's another whistle, and there's whistles everywhere. And umpire Carroll says, I'll sort this out. We'll get the binocs onto this. Getting up very gingerly there for a Belgrave.
Sterling, I think.
Yeah, Kel Sterling, you're right. Not quite sure what happened. And he's got the free kick. So the ball's actually come back about 40 metres, and the free kick there going to Sterling. He's played on straight away now, so Belgrave an opportunity to put it back into their forward line. Over the back of the pack they go. Good spoil on the mark there by Schill of Yarra Glen, who's been great, and he picked it up and kicked it a bit of a banana out of the pack. But there's no one there for Yarra Glen as they're all back into the defensive 50. And nice little wall build up there by Belgrave. Kick back into that forward 50, but they go straight through Yarra Glen. A long kick out of there by Sam Wood. But like I said, playing kick to kick at the moment because both defences are on top of Belgrave. Now they can switch play. Here they go. It's in the hands of Sterling. Take it away, Liam. See if you can get him a goal.
Sterling can run a little bit. He went inside out.
Oh, there we go. Kick to kick.
He's playing a Tom Stewart role today, Jaden Schill. A lot of marks in his defensive half. He could be a real contender for the Pride Cup medal, Jaden Schill.
Yeah,
kick inside. Thank you, Aiden. The kick inside forward 50 here out the back. is Raymakers. He'll get there first, the big man. He'll go across goal. That's actually a very intelligent kick. They could be out on the outer side. The mark was taken by, looked like Pemberton side on. Now they're still out on the outer side. They're overlapping them here. The next kick is crucial. Here's Francis.
It's just taking a bit long.
He
Need to get
slowed
it
down
going.
a little bit there.
Yep.
Francis goes short. Is that kick going to work? No, it's going to bounce in front of his teammate. But the worst, no, it's not the worst result, but it's gone out of bounds for a throw in. So,
Had to keep going, didn't he, Liam?
so
Had an option over the top as well.
Aidan, you're in agreement as well at the moment that maybe Jaden Schill from Yarra Glen might be the leader for the Pride Cup medal?
Oh, he's been a standout today. I think Blake Binion's been very good as well for Yarra Glen. He's had a lot of the ball. Obviously, our man Ray Chamberlain was very good early, but I think he's probably been overtaken by a couple of players as the game's gone on.
Well, a name like Ray Chamberlain, just get him.
Yeah, that's it. Bit of a default.
Poor bugger.
All yours, Leo. Sorry.
Okay, Speedy goes for it again, but missed it. This time Yarra Glen pick it up on the left. Oh, you're in trouble, son. That could be holding the ball. Umpire said, yep, you ducked back into trouble. That's gone against James Whelan. Didn't need to go back there, and Speedy picks it up. The kettle goes straight back into that forward field. Oh, it's a little one-handed mark from Schill, showing all these tricks of the trade now. He can switch play to the scoreboard side if he wanted to. I'm just going to stand here because no one's coming towards me. Umpire says play on him. Not going to move. Now he does. Centre of the ground, goes straight at the middle and finds Sammy Wood. We're just going to take a bit of time out on the clock here. Up the middle of the ground, he could have gone sideways. Good mark there, stood his ground well. The young Bennett of Belgrave. Oh, puts a Billy Slater kick straight up very, very high indeed. Whack goes Schill, knocked about three blokes over at the same time. Here they go. Wood gets it once more for Yarra Glen. And good mark taken over there. Billy Gardner can play on if he does. Handballs it across to his teammate in Horsley. Goes into that forward 50. It's a one-on-one situation happening over there. It's Wood of Yarra Glen. Pops it up in the open spaces. No one there to pick it up for Yarra Glen. Raymakers does. Kicks a little bit of a grubber along the ground. Nobody can pick that up. Who's going to pick it up? It's Mattman Francis, who's been quite good for Belgrave. Handball over the top. They can keep going if they want to. Little handball over the top. Went to Harmon and put it back into the centre of the ground. Nobody can pick it up. Schill's there once again. Picks it up. He's a strong man, isn't he? Gets it out there. Picking it up there, Wood. And that's Carlwood. Handballs it across. There's an opportunity for Horsley once more. Puts it in that forward 50. 3-on-1. Yarra Glenians. Here go the River Pigs. Plenty of numbers there. Can they pick it up? Trying to do so now. Flakemore picks it up. Gives it a teammate. Gets the old 1-2. This time around the corner on the left foot. Did he get enough spin on the footy? No. Goes through for another behind.
Handy point though, fellas. Even 3-goal lead now. 22.5 minutes gone into the fourth
Handy
quarter.
point, 9-goal 20. There's a lot of handy points in there. 74. The lead Belgrave, 8-8-56. 23 gone. Well into time on. Hopefully it's not like Emerald where we go for 36 minutes or something, Liam.
I'll probably blow a woofer.
The old, what'd you say last week? The timekeeper bailed up on the scoreboard. So
Yeah, he had the arm out. Yeah, with the Jembrook timekeeper held his arm till he, eventually broke through. He got to use his nose.
Well, they nearly got the win.
Nearly got it.
Day, but are they going to get a goal here, Belgrave? No, they won't. Binion's going for a run in the back pocket, and he's kicked down the line as a ripper, and he's found a teammate in Gurney.
Yep. He does cleaning work on the side.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to say that. Just like Flocky Shaw did at Monbulk a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, we saw that. That was a quality video. That sounded like one of those midnight TV shows on Channel 9 when you buy the thing in 4 easy payments for $50 or something.
There's a rumour
The
going.
ball tumbles forward and it's gone out of bounds on the for a throw-in, I should say. I didn't sit out before, but it's a throw-in.
Well, I heard a rumour on the grapevine here that Richard Gurney was actually thinking of changing his name by deed poll to Karcher.
Keep the leg nice and happy, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. Well, he's in there for a couple of votes in the League BNF, so it's a throw-in, half forward flank. It goes up very high. Umpire says it's okay, come in far enough. You ruckman, you're just a bit too far back. Everybody's tackling everybody. No one can pick up the footy except for Johns of Belgrave. Goes down the ground. Unfortunately, an errant kick. Finds a big fella in Peterson. He just goes short. Horsley with it. He can just switch play now. Binion this time has got it. There's just a lot of loose players, a lot of fatigue happening all over the jolly place. Mark's just wandered past him for about all on his own for about 10 minutes. Picks it up. Look at that pass. Look at that trajectory of the footy.
Oh, I could have marked that,
Marcus.
Raymakers.
Oh, he's put a right fish into it. It's gone back about 60 metres. Straight down to teammates throat there in Johnson. Into the centre of the ground. The umpire calls him the play on. And
Good decision.
Yeah, that was. I thought for a minute he was going to play incorrect disposal. But good tackle. Good bit of footy there by both players.
Interesting choice to punch there by our Raymakers, but he did actually hit the target in the end. So it kind of
wouldn't
worked out.
want to be on the end of that punch there, would it?
He'll do some damage to you, that's for sure. The ball's back up. Here's another chance for Belgrave. Wood kicks to the top of the square.
Off the
It's
ground,
a tumbler.
off the ground,
Can
off
it be
the
kicked
ground.
off the ground? It's held up Russell
Touchdown.
from behind.
That's a try.
Get the bunker out for it.
That's it dry as the Ray Warren would say.
8-9.
Like you're very much
as well.
Ray.
8-9-57 Belgrave. 9-20-74 are the Pigs. We're on 25.5 now in the last quarter.
Broke it out the Ray Warren is Aiden. I love it. All for it.
Yeah.
Very good at it too. So am I. Head wobble. Kick towards the middle of the ground. Fisted away by Wood. Can they go inside forward 50 again? Here's Wood again. He will load the ball inside forward 50. Can they get a mark? It's a jostling contest. 2-on-1. Schill has been magnificent. And here is Smith. And it's actually been smothered through for a behind. And it's now, if I'm not mistaken, 8-10-58 to 9-22-74. Sorry, yes.
Yes.
And we've gone 26 minutes in the final quarter. So
10 minutes to go.
Oh yeah, still. It's believed that just next door to us here, that the timekeeper's got his hands bailed up somewhere and he can't actually put the clock back on.
Oh no, it's been strapped up. The mark's been taken by Flakemore from the kick, and he goes short. And there's that man Gurney once again. They're just taking a bit of time here, Yarra Glen. They can do whatever they like at the moment. Oh, except kick it out, and the fall goes very close to interchange gates. Oh, bounce back inboard. And nice little handball to himself, or he tried to do it at least. Just did it back for Flakemore.
How did he
No,
dispose
didn't.
of that?
He's gone back over it again now. He's still going again. Great
How did he
effort there.
dispose of that?
He handballed it, kinda. A little handball.
How's he got rid of that?
He just dropped it. It's okay. The umpire heard ya. And now he's got himself a free kick.
Gee, Liam, we're trying to support the umpires here this year, and here you are
Yeah,
making every
disrespect.
single decision.
I reckon you
Listen
should
to
sit.
ya.
The disrespect should sit back another 25 metres that way.
That's it.
But anyway, the free kick here going
Put it on
away
the
of Yarra
roof there.
Glen, and it's going to the way of Horsley. How did he get it? I thought it was going to go to Flakemore. Horsley's got it, puts it in the centre of the ground. Nobody there for Belgrave whatsoever. They can just play a bit of kick to kick if they want to.
Yeah, keeping's off by the way here.
Here we go now. Gurney straight down the centre of the ground, or more or less. Oh, that's a terrific mark to Chamberlain. Umpire says, no, not good enough. Well, umpire Carroll's a half a mile away, and it's going to be another ball up. Liam, he's going to hurt himself in a minute, isn't he, Aiden?
Got to be careful.
We're going to tie his hands together.
Tell you what, boys, I reckon we've got a good case for this timekeeper band up. I reckon we're missing a couple of extension calls in here, so I reckon they've been stolen, but we haven't been looking.
But we're just going to make sure that's got them all at the finish. Umpire Carroll balls it up once again. Boom goes. I think that might have been Speedy. Put a right fist into it, but there's no one there to pick it up. Trying to pick the football up now is Gardner. Little handball, the old 1-2 on the left foot. Awkward looking kick by McCulloch. But he just handballed it, and Gurney just went smack. Yep, that's long enough, gentlemen. Thank you very much. I'll fix up that eardrum when I get home.
27 and 38.
There we go. It's Soren has gone, as you probably heard. And it is a victory to the River Pigs. So well done there to Yarra Glen. They've gone on to win. Mind you, did not kick a goal that quarter, boys. They've kicked 4 behind straight. And Belgrave had a pretty good quarter. They kicked 2 goals, 5.